Anthony Adebayo. We off the record.
With you there, but if you're a coach, do you take that chance?
Yes.
You can reach us at the Off the Record Show at gmail.com. Anthony Adebayo and the most accurate sports coverage. Scotty B's Fantasy 5.
We're different from any other sports.
His sophomore year. Comes back and says, you know what?
And your boy, Scotty B.
What's good, brother?
So, what up, man? What's going on, man?
Shoot, man, I'm good, man. I see you extra crispy clear.
Man, I can't wait, Scott. Don't worry, your time will come too.
Yo, I gotta step my camera game up, man. We're gonna do this legit home studio stuff. I gotta step it up.
Yeah, man. So, all right. So, I know people probably like, what in the hell is going on? So, this is Off the Record. I'm Anthony Adebayo.
Boy, Scotty B.
So, it's playoff time. We want to do a special edition, a roundtable, just to talk about, because I know Wednesday we didn't really get a chance to talk football the way we wanted to, because it was a number of things. I think that my computer was hacked by by some Trumpers. I don't know. It was just kind of weird. It was all over the place. So I figured that we would do a roundtable about for the playoffs. We'll make some legit predictions. I know we have our bet. I know that we talked a little bit about the games, but what we're gonna do today, we're gonna bring some people on. So we'll bring some of our peoples to come on, and they'll talk and everything and things of that nature.
Yeah, and I love this idea just for the simple fact that I know me and you belong into a lot of chats, and we have sports conversations, off to the side. So it's a whole bunch of people that be knowing sports and be wanting to debate our takes.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
The way we defended something. So this is an opportunity to just hear from some of them people that we hear from all week.
Yeah, and another thing is what we're gonna do. We'll invite people. So if you're in the comments and you wanna join us, look, you don't get this up too often. So if you want to join us, we're gonna post the link. So we're gonna post the link so that you guys can join us, and we just gonna have some fun, man. Just at the end of the day, we having fun, man, and it is what it is. So let's before we bring people on, I want to talk to you about this little bet that we have. Right, we have we bet in the Browns and the Steelers. You got the Steelers, I got the Browns, and Juju. He went into his bag, and we're gonna talk about it some more. But Juju went and said the Browns. First of all, it was bad grammar, but whatever. He said the Browns is the Browns. He also said that they're what did he say? They just gray faces, and he was trying to talk like Mike Tomlin, but he definitely gave the Browns some bulletin board material.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I agreed with him, but I didn't like that he said it. Normally I wouldn't have cared, but since we got this bet going on, it was just like, God damn, just go out there and beat them, man. That's all you got to do is just beat them. I can get this cap, and I can just go on. My life would be good. Because ultimately, me or you, we care because we bet on this game. But you're not a Browns fan, I'm not a Steelers fan, so it's not the end of the world either or. But yeah, I saw that and I was just like, God dang.
Yeah. So all right. So let's I see. So we got people talking already. We got Steelers. Ern is supposed to be in here. I don't know where Ern is, but whatever. So you want to bring the guys on? Let's
bring them on. Bring them on.
All right. So we got. Let me.
Oh, we got Phil.
So Jamal looked like he just left the gym. Oh my God, man! If you don't go sit somewhere.
What you talking about? You don't see that joint?
Nah, what I'm looking at. I can't.
Chill out.
Nah, so
This man got Bills bomber on.
So we got Mike, one of the few Bills fans that this man got his beard too. So and again, this is off the record, so we just having some fun. But we got Mike. He's a Bills fan. He's one of the few Bills fans. I don't know why I'm doing this. He's one of the few Bills fans that I know. We got Jamal. Jamal is a Cowboys fan like me. Did you want me to tell people that? Is that cool?
Yeah. I'm a disgusted Cowboys fan.
So he's a Cowboys fan. Phil, who is
y'all got some good news today, though.
What?
Oh, we fired the DC.
Oh yeah. We fired the former. We fired both former 49er coaches. Like
if we don't fire the GM, none of it matters.
So all right, so we got Phil back here. And Phil, you can hear us?
Yeah, I'm good. What's up, fellas?
And Phil looks like he just got out of jail. But he's a Ravens fan.
Playoff beer.
Oh gosh. So and we got one more person. All right. We got Ern, who's a Giants fan. And we'll talk about the Eagles and the Giants in a little bit. But we know Scotty's a 49ers fan, and I'm a Cowboys fan. So again, we'll post the link in and if somebody else wants to, if you want to join in, you're more than welcome to.
Hey, Mike, glad to see another playoff guy on the call.
Exactly. I'm waiting for him to give me the admin right so I can lead this whole thing, and we're gonna put Ant on the backstage.
The disrespect is real.
Wow. Is that really, Mike?
Yeah. Hold on. Is Doug Peterson trying to come for you, Ern? I think Doug Peterson trying to join on the call. You got something to say to him?
You're a funny dude. You're a funny ass dude.
Yo,
all I know is Doug's not good in New York, though. That's what I do know.
So before we get to that, let's go through let's start with the Bills. Let's start with the Bills. The Bills have the coach, right? And I feel like this is my personal opinion. I have the Bills winning. But I think that in order for the coach to win, they need Jonathan Taylor to have a monster game. He doesn't have to rush for 200 like he did last week, but he has to have a monster game. Go ahead, Scotty.
Okay, so I agree, but I don't think the Colts have any shot at beating the Bills.
They don't have a shot?
Nah, they don't have a shot. Phillip Rivers is going to be Phillip Rivers. He's got now that Buffalo defense is giving up a lot of points to tight ends, so he's going to have to work the field with his tight ends with a combination of his run game. I just don't see it happening. I really don't.
All right, Mike, how you?
I agree.
That's it?
Yeah. It's not going to be close. So I'm just going to keep it real. So we don't give up that much to tight ends now that we got our star linebacker back, Matt Milano. He's one of the best coverage linebackers in the league. He's going to get a big payday. He's going to be a free agent after this season. So you'll see him. But he was out a couple of games. And our other linebacker, Edmonds, he's a beast on the field. He's like 6'5", linebacker, run a 4.5, 4.6.
Mike, nobody cares about that.
Hey man, listen, this is playoff talk first, Ern. Playoff talk, man.
But nobody cares about this.
I'm just saying the game. I'm gonna keep it real.
Nobody cares about that.
It's not gonna be about the Colts' offense. It's gonna be if they can stop us from scoring. He can run for 200 yards, but if the Colts can't put up 40 points tomorrow, it ain't gonna be close. Because they can score 21, but they got to stop Josh Allen and all those weapons.
Hey, look.
I don't know about putting up 40 though.
Yeah, because they'll have that D lineman back. The Colts was missing their D lineman earlier this year. He should make a difference. Josh Allen, he's a good player. He's probably the second best person from that draft class at quarterback.
Who's the first?
Really?
I'm asking.
For a friend.
I mean, because
do you mean today or 2 years ago? You like today? You think you would start a franchise?
So I mean, right now, if you got to start a franchise, Josh Allen is probably the number. You can take in Lamar Jackson over Josh Allen.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. He could throw the ball. It's just that simple. He could throw the ball. But
hold on. Jackson to throw the ball or Josh Allen?
Josh Allen.
Okay, okay.
Hey, go ahead, Jim.
No, I'm going with Josh Allen all day.
Okay, so just to be crystal clear.
Shut up, Mike.
There is no bigger homer than
Mike
Phil.
said something mentally.
Like Phil's the homer of all homers. Absolutely. I mean, it's ridiculous. But let me stick to the topic at hand. I know Buffalo's flying high, but playoffs is about coaching and adjustments. I rock with Eberflus. I rock with the Frank Wright. I think the coaching edge goes slightly to the Colts. The physical talent is with the Bills. I would give it to the Bills, but in a squeaker. Not no easy W. One thing the Bills struggled with was run defense early in the year. I don't know if they patched that up.
Right.
They have, but I got a question for you, Jamal, before you get too far.
Go ahead.
Why you give the coaching edge to the Colts?
Because Frank Wright has been to a Super Bowl, as we saw that he was the orchestrator of that Philadelphia team.
McDermott been to 2 Super Bowls too.
Yeah, recently, and McDermott went under who?
The Panthers and there was one other squad. I know he's been to 2.
So
was it the Eagles?
So I'm giving the edge to Frank Wright. And Matt Eberflus as a defensive coordinator. I like what they do. With the Colts, I like Leonard, but the Bills got a lot of weapons, But this boy is going to be in the playoffs. Phillip Rivers has a lot of playoff experience. Again, I'm giving the edge to the Bills, but this blowout talk, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be a complete blowout, but this is what I know, and this is what I know. I'm not guessing. Phillip Rivers is dreadful. That guy has to go. They better go get Wentz next year. Find a way to get that $100 million off or whatever for the Eagles and go get Wentz, man. Phillip Rivers, I don't have faith in that guy. I don't at all, man. Throwing the ball, The Bills, they just got about everything going for them, man. They got about everything going for them, to be honest, y'all. When they don't want to throw it to the tight ends, they'll surprise you and they'll throw it to the tight ends and they'll make touchdowns out the blue. So it's a big problem for them, man. It's a big problem for them. But at the end of the day, Phillip Rivers if Phillip Rivers has a great game, it'll be a tight game. We'll be like, wow.
What was the Colts as a scoring defense? Where was this Colts ranked as a scoring defense?
6.
Yeah.
You know what? Miami was the number 1 scoring defense, and we put 56 on them in the sleep last week.
Can I say something? Wait, no, I gotta disagree with Ern. I think you're really underrating Phillip Rivers, and
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty disrespectful with what you said about Phillip Rivers, because I mean, they beat the Packers this year, didn't they? And they had to come back. What you mean? So the Packers are 13-3. They only lost 3 times, and they had to come back.
Faith in Phillip Rivers, man.
I mean, but I don't think you have to. But to say that they don't have a shot because Phillip Rivers is the quarterback, I think it's disrespectful to Phillip Rivers. I think Phillip Rivers is a better quarterback than you give him credit for. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer.
Better than Carson Wentz.
I mean,
he's had a better season.
So
right, he's a Hall of Famer, of course, right? But at the end of the day, we're not talking about Phillip Rivers 6 years ago.
Hey, look. So Phillip Rivers has always had this weird up and down career, right? Where he'll look like trash, and then he gives you one game that you're just like, where'd that come from? I think Phillip Rivers can have that game tomorrow. Do I think they win? I don't know. I think the game actually comes down to the trenches. I like Indy's running game better, but I like Buffalo's defense better.
No. Phil, what the fuck are you talking? I'm sorry, pardon my language.
I like Buffalo's defense.
Why?
I like Buffalo's defense.
You said better than the 6th scoring defense in the league?
I like their defense better.
I don't feel like you watched them, Phil.
All right, so can I say one thing? And I'm gonna bring somebody on. This is a random person, but I will say this before I bring him on. I just want to get scores from each of y'all. Scotty, what do you got the score as?
30-27. Phillip Rivers is probably close to
okay, that's cool, game. What about you? I'll come back. What about you, Ern?
I'll go with. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'll go with 35-24.
Okay. What about you, Phil?
I'm going 27-24 Bill. 27-24 Colts.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right, Jamal.
28-24. I'm switching to the Colts.
Damn!
They may earn it.
I'm gonna let Mike go last, but me, I got Buffalo winning. 30-17. I think that they'll be able to run the ball early, and I think it'll be close early. But I think Buffalo's gonna be too much for Indy. What about you, Mike?
Can Buffalo run the ball at all?
Yeah. So all right. So here, let me give y'all these nuggets since I'm at the end. So I do research on my squad because I always bet. And I can tell you this: if you would have bet all your money on Buffalo this year, you'd have won 9 out of 10 games on the spread. So they're leading the spread, which means we blow teams out, and we got the 5th toughest schedule. So we're not blowing out cupcakes. Okay, so we're putting up some points. Phillip Rivers is 0-6, and whenever the weather is 35 degrees or lower, Phillip Rivers is 0-6. Okay, he's used to playing in a dome. So you're playing outside in windy Buffalo. You got an almost 40-year-old quarterback where that wind is going to take that ball all over the place. We got the top secondary in the league. So don't count on Phillip Rivers. He's going to be turning that ball over when he's forced to pass that ball. So I'm going to go with 45 to I'm going to give it 16. 45-16.
Hold on.
And we'll come back to this. 45-16, and it won't be close.
Yeah, Mike, those are great stats. But 45-16.
45-16 playoffs at home. And we got Bills Mafia fans back for the first time.
Hey, Mike. I hate to tell you, this is going to be 55 degrees in Buffalo tomorrow. But no, I'm joking.
It's not.
All right, so hold on, fellas. So we got somebody I'm gonna add. Hey, what's going on, man? Unmute yourself. He don't like Ern right now, just so. What's going on?
My man Jamal built like a linebacker.
Wait, what you say? What's your name?
My name
You
is
got a pause button?
All right, so what did you have? All right, let me bring Ern back because this should be interesting. All right, so hey Ern, hold on. Hey Ern, you think you can get to a laptop?
In a minute. Wow, what happened?
Because it was like because you're on the cell phone, it clicks a little bit.
Oh, that's what it is, right? All right, so let me go to it. I'll be
All
back
right.
in a minute.
All right. You said your name is Jamal what?
No, I'm saying Jamalta's built like a linebacker.
Oh, Jamal is built like a linebacker. Oh.
A linebacker where?
Nah, probably a high school linebacker.
Nah, mine.
Yo,
John Tyler?
Hey, Jamal.
John Tyler?
I just want to be clear. My daughter's in earshot. My man shot me a compliment, and you guys want to chew me out? I see how we do.
All right. I'm back. All right, so you wanted to say you wanted to address Ern. He's not here, but speak your piece. The floor is yours.
Bro, this man just said Carson Wentz is better than Philip Rivers. Did he really just say that?
That's what he said.
How many turnovers did Carson Wentz have this year?
A lot.
Like 30. And you compare him to Philip Rivers. Come on, man.
You have to think about this, right? Philip Rivers may have burned Ern in fantasy football. Now, I'm not taking up for what he said, but it's a lot of hatred toward Philip Rivers because of fantasy football. Maybe that's the angle that he was going, but real football-wise, you're absolutely right. He is nowhere in the conversation as Carson Wentz. But just keep that in mind before you hand Ern whatever you're going to say to him.
Yeah, but does he realize how bad that contract is?
Their contract is Carson Wentz will be an Eagle.
Hey, Scotty.
I know. Go ahead.
So interesting enough, someone floated the idea, which I don't think Carson does. But if Carson turned back in $20 million to get his freedom, it would only be a $15 million cap hit.
Who the hell is
do that all day long?
He has
Who
to.
the hell is turning down $20 million?
Yeah, but he'd recoup that.
I don't think he'll recoup it.
No.
Yeah. Hey, look,
But
Carson Wentz may be bad, but he's better than the New England situation. He's better, honestly, probably than the Jet situation and San Francisco.
You're saying he's better than Justin Fields?
Justin Fields won't fall that far.
He's better.
If you put Wentz with the right coach, if he gets back with Frank Wright, he still got that arm. So Carson Wentz still has an arm. He just I don't believe in Philadelphia receivers. So it's a lot more than just Carson Wentz. I don't think you don't just
it could
you don't
be
lose
deeper than that
talent
though, Mike.
Now, but
Indy don't have receivers. So.
But here's the deal. Michael Pittman is underrated too. But here's the deal. You guys are right. You guys are dead on. It's the money. It's the money. That's what it boils down to. If you take away that contract and you try to shop Carson Wentz, most people are going to be like, all right, I'll take a shot on him. You know what I mean? Because like you guys said, it's a lot of situations to where they don't have great quarterback play, and it'll be a win to at least try to get him. But with that contract, it's like, I can't do it for the money.
Well, the thing is, it's not even the contract, right? It's what it would cost Philly to get rid of him.
That too.
It's the same thing that, like, when people talk about Deshaun Watson getting traded, they're not eating that dead money and getting rid of him. Like, nah. You know, Deshaun Watson shouldn't have signed the extension. Then he'd be free.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll say this, and I mean, we're gonna keep it to playoff teams, but Deshaun Watson, he's not gonna lose any money if he does get traded. It'll be him in the it'll be him gaining, not losing.
Oh, I agree.
And with Carson Wentz, the Eagles, if they find somebody to trade him, it won't be as it won't be as bad as a cap hit. Like if they was to cut him.
Yeah. Same exact dollar value, Ant.
No,
same exact dollar value.
No, because it'll be a $15 million cap hit. That's what it is.
Take a look at it.
No, I'm telling you.
Deshaun Watson's gonna make $40 million.
It accelerates the cap hit.
$40 million, and Wentz is gonna make $35 million.
Yeah, but
It's about $5 million.
But the whoever takes on his contract, they have to the Eagles will be responsible for, I believe, $25 million for the of the contract. So
Yeah.
That's still a instead of I think 30 something million or 40 something. So
that's why they're going to keep him. There's no incentive to get rid of him.
Yeah.
I don't think so. If you could get
Hurts bought out, it would have been a little bit different. He played good.
Nobody's giving up picks for Wentz.
Yeah, but nobody's giving up picks.
Nobody's giving up picks for Wentz.
That money.
We'll see.
Stay with the Eagles.
Hey,
So all right. So let's get to the next playoff game. We have.
Well, can I ask a question real quick, Anthony?
What's up?
What this dude's tag is Dak to Chicago.
Hey, Dak to Chicago.
He's wishful thinking. Dak is about to get his deal in the next.
Hey, what's he gonna win in Dallas?
A lot more than he would in Chicago. Dallas' team is way better than Chicago's team.
You kidding me?
No, not
Offensively, yes.
Hey, listen. Yeah. We about to get a new defensive coordinator, all right?
Hey, let Dak to Chicago speak.
Go
ahead, Dak.
Okay. All right, offensively, I'll give you that. Our defenses are not comparable. We're top 5. You're bottom 5.
We're not top 5.
We are top 5.
We're not top 5. But all right, so you think that
5 teams ahead of us? 5 teams.
How are y'all gonna get Dak? Let us know.
So money wise, we need to cut Jimmy Graham, cut Bobby Massey, cut all those guys, trade Foles. I think that's enough.
What are you giving the Cowboys? We have them under control.
They don't. No, you don't.
We have franchise. What the Phil?
Y'all don't have. You don't currently have him under cap.
They can't sign him, Phil. They can't just sign him. What do you think? This is basketball? You think they could just offer him?
Yeah, you really think the Cowboys are just not? They just gonna say, Dak, just go to free agency.
No, I just said technically he's a free agent.
Nah, they're gonna franchise.
Phil, if you give him a franchise tag,
they're gonna give him $39 million, and they'll figure it out from there. And
Dak is going to get a contract this year, guys.
Yeah, Dak is not trusting his career with that front office. I'm saying that.
He doesn't have a choice.
Phil likes to sow discontent when it comes to the Cowboys, but trust.
He ain't signing that extension.
I mean, Dak's got a lot of weapons. Why not re-sign with the Cowboys?
He has everything he needs. And he has all the leverage.
He'll get the money. He got all that. He's gonna get the money. He's got the receivers.
Why not? Know that there's no franchise in professional sports that it is better to be connected to post-sport than the Dallas Cowboys? I mean, that's easy.
What about
backup
the Lakers?
Linebackers for the Cowboys make careers on television if they choose to. Come on, man.
He's right, guys.
Not even the Lakers?
No, not even the Lakers.
There's no organization or franchise that is worth more. And we all know we all live in the same country. We know that money is everything. You have that money, and let's be real. There's a reason why Jerry Jones won't go. He has the power. He can. The Cowboys went 5-11 3 years in a row, right? In the mid 2000s, and they still were top news on every station. That happens to no one.
And they still get Thanksgiving games every year.
Well, that's not
no reason.
The Lions get a Thanksgiving that's not one of our bonuses, but that was the Dave Campo years. Yeah, it was bad years. But it was my bad.
Yeah, all right. So let's get to the next playoff game. The Titans and the Ravens. So this is a rematch of last year's divisional round. I think that last year, I think Baltimore was riding on their high horse. I think they were feeling themselves a little bit too much, and Tennessee came in and slapped them in the mouth. This year, though, I think it's something different about this Baltimore team, and I'm gonna let y'all speak on it. I just feel like right now there's a different look or feel about this Baltimore team. It doesn't feel like I I still think they're kind of front runners, but I think it's just something a little different about this team, and I have them actually beating the Titans this offseason. I mean, this weekend.
All right, so Ant, so I'm gonna agree with you on something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, the Ravens have won 93 straight games or 97 straight games when we're up 14 points.
Right.
We are a front running team.
Correct.
Period. Like we get hype, we get up, and all of a sudden we start feeling better about ourselves. I think last year things came a little easy for us. If we want to be honest, Lamar Jackson is like 29 and 8 in his career.
7.
Well, I gave him one extra one. So, yeah, I mean he's had a remarkable string of success. This was the first year that he actually started taking some lumps, and I think it's good for a team to take some lumps and go through some things, go through some adversity. So, another interesting fact, I believe we've played them in the playoffs 4 times.
Right.
The away team has won every single time.
Yep. I remember when I believe when Ray Lewis returned the interception for a touchdown. That was in Tennessee. Last year it was in Baltimore. I just, Jamal is drinking tea, but no,
He's celebrating his compliments today.
Yeah, I do think that it's just something different, man. I don't know. Maybe it is that they're on the road, but ever since that Monday night game, they've just looked different. We know, again, remember early in the year, Lamar Jackson said teams know what we're running. They was calling out our plays, but I mean, their offense ain't changed that much, and they look like they was different.
All right, so I'll say we got shell shocked. So honestly, we got the big head again. We ran off 5-1, and even though Kansas City made us look as bad as I've seen since the Peyton Manning went for 7 touchdowns on us, like they did whatever they wanted versus us, and that humbled us a little bit. We lost some key people earlier. Yep, exactly, Curtis. I was going to get to that, but we lost some key people. We lost Ronnie Stanley, who's, if not the top left tackle in the league, he's a top 5 at worst. We lost a lot of interior linemen, and then we got to the tough part of our schedule. So all those things combined to hit a mini slump to where all of a sudden we went from being a Super Bowl favorite to be considered an after run. And
hold on, sir. I don't mean to cut you off. Y'all wearing the Super Bowl favorite.
I'm talking about what the pundit said.
Huh?
I'm saying what the pundit said. The pundit said that if it's not Kansas City, it's Baltimore for the favorite. When that game was, before we played that game, they said the winner of this game is by far the favorite of the thing. Because they said, oh, we only expect one of these teams to lose 1 game max. So, and they were right. Kansas City lost 1 game. So, but we didn't get it done. I think it took some people to reevaluate themselves. I think Hollywood got humbled. He jumped out there out his mouth and said, you need to feed your soldiers the ball, and proceeded to drop the ball 8 straight games. So, I like what I'm seeing. Granted, we had a soft schedule on the back end, and it's kind of what I figured we'd do in the back end of our schedule. But I felt we should have won the Steelers game even with RG3 at quarterback. And I think us playing that close with RG3 actually showed the team that we got some more people other than, stop feeling sorry for yourself.
So let me interject a little bit here. So you brought up what I was going to bring up is the Ravens. They're feeding off of these sorry teams. Their winning streak is against the Cowboys. I don't take them serious. Jacksonville, the Giants, Cincinnati, I mean, come on. Let's look at who they're playing and look at their losses. I mean, against real playoff teams, y'all lose. You can't at least split against the Steelers and think I'm going to take you serious. The Steelers, you got to be able to beat the Steelers. The Steelers, all they do is throw slants, 10-yard slants. And if you can't stop that, I don't know. I mean,
so since you brought it up, both of the games versus the Steelers were competitive. The second game we played with RG3, and he's trash. But
y'all run the ball. Don't act like Jackson is throwing for 300 yards or so a game.
He's a different animal. He is a different animal.
Yeah.
He's not. No one has done. So, by the way, he's 46 and 0 ints in the red zone touchdown career, highest ever. First quarterback back-to-back 1,000-yard rushing. And like I said, his record speaks for itself. So you compare that to RG3, which is a turnover machine. And, you know, the first game versus the Steelers, we were up, I believe, 10 points and should have put them away. We didn't close. Again, feeling ourselves, we didn't close. Actually, as a matter of fact, we lost Ronnie Stanley on the first play of that game. And we lost Calais Campbell on the third play, and Brandon Williams didn't play as well.
Hey,
So
you're not going to stat us to death, Phil. Damn. Who do you got winning the damn game?
Hey, look, I'll let me go last. I want to.
Right. Scott, you got anything to say?
Nah. Nah.
Who you taking, Scotty? Who you taking?
You got
I got the Titans.
Score.
21-10.
10 points against that Titans defense? Scott, you're drunk. Scott, what are you drinking, Scott? What are you drinking, Scott? You're 10 points against that Titan. The Texans just scoring like 30 straight points on that defense.
Yo, I don't know what it is. I got a bad feeling about Lamar Jackson.
Oh, my.
Yo, Lamar can't throw.
Hey, Scott, are we?
Yeah, no. Hey, Dak to Chicago said it. He can't throw. He cannot throw. I have a bad.
Lamar can't throw.
Maybe was a bet.
Can we make a bet, Scott?
We already got a bet.
So
Hey, Lamar is just a glorified Kyler Murray.
Ooh, Dr. Chicago's back.
So wait. So you said Lamar Jackson is a glorified Kyler Murray?
Yeah.
So who do you have in the game? Who are you picking?
Titans.
What's the score?
24-21.
All right, that's better. 24-21. Jamal, you haven't said much about this game, so who do you got?
A couple of things real quick. I just want the Cowboys to be good again because this money
They
Mike
won't.
is
They won't.
wow. I want to walk around with that type of bluster. They basically won the last 5 Super Bowls according to this guy. I want swagger like that. You know what I'm saying?
Don't worry. Our time's coming, man.
Yo, my man is feeling himself, but I'm gonna go 33-28 Titans.
Yo, what is wrong with you guys? Earn Titans Ravens, man. Who do you got? I know you was missing the whole time, but you good. Titans Ravens. Who you got?
Yeah, my bad. Y'all can hear me, no problem, right?
Yeah, Teddy Riley.
Can I hear me? Yeah. Okay. I gotta make sure for tomorrow, man. My computer's gotta be puting for tomorrow. I got work to do tomorrow. Jamal know what I'm talking about.
Nah, it's Sunday, but what who you got in the Titans Ravens?
I'm so ready to battle tomorrow Sunday. He froze. This is the Ravens.
Got Boost Mobile.
Put your AOL CD back in.
Freeze.
I didn't go.
Stupid.
Yeah, who you got in the game, Ern?
Yeah, stupid. God damn, man.
You dropped your CD?
Am I good now?
No, hey, Ern, go out and come back in, man. Yeah, yo, who do you have in the game? Titans and Ravens.
live look at Ern.
Go on a computer.
I had to take it. I'm sorry. Hey, yo, Ern, I know you're around. You might have. I don't know what's going on right now, but so hey, all right. So it's on me. It's on me then. I have the Ravens, and I think, I think that the Ravens are going to win by at least 2 scores. So give me Ravens. I think this game is going to look a lot like how the Ravens looked, not as bad as how they looked against on the Packers, but just as bad. And so I have Ravens. I got Ravens 31 because Justin Tucker is like the best kicker ever. And 31-17. I got 31-17. Ravens. Phil.
All right. So, Mike, we are the number 1 in point differential team in the NFL.
Oh.
But I have the score closer than that. I have it as 28-17. And as someone mentioned earlier, Calais Campbell and Brandon Williams being back, they were not there for the Tennessee game earlier this year. And they were not there last year either. So I think having those 2 guys in the middle is going to definitely help. Also in last year's game, which people fail to remember, we also did not have Mark Ingram. And Gus Edwards.
You gotta have Mark Ingram this year.
No, listen to what I'm saying. Mark Ingram was the catalyst to our offense. This year, we have a significantly more explosive back in J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah.
So that changes the dynamic of our offense, and I believe we will be able to move the ball on the putrid Titans defense.
That Titans defense is terrible.
Y'all played the Titans this year. Was Campbell in them? Did they play that last game?
No, they didn't play.
I didn't know that.
Now it is.
And by the way, we were up 10 in that game too.
But let me ask you, what answer do y'all have for Derrick Henry?
Calais Campbel and Brandon Williams.
Ain't gonna be enough, bro.
That's enough. Hey Scott, listen. I understand, man. This ain't last year. This ain't last year. I think that listen. It's tough to contain.
What answer do they have for AJ Brown?
So that is my that's actually I am concerned more about AJ Brown because Marlon Humphrey is a little dinged up, which is the only reason I'm giving them 17. That is the only reason.
So here's my question to you, Scott. What answer do they have for Lamar Jackson and J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards and Mark Andrews?
Make Lamar.
Evans, their linebacker is out. Their linebacker that can cover is out.
Go ahead, Jamal.
Did Tennessee beat Buffalo 42-16? Did they put the?
We had people out. Jamal.
Hey,
go back to the gym, Jamal. We have people out.
You know who else they had out? Jamal, you know who else they had out that game? Josh Norman. His ass flew out of bounds.
Josh Norman was our starting cornerback at that game. Think about that. We had mad people out.
Did they make them put the sticks down? That's all I'm asking. Did they make them leave that room playing Madden?
Listen, we had receivers out. We had our top linebacker out. We had our top cornerback out.
Oh, okay.
Trey Day was out. All
right, so hold on. Ern's back for a second. Ern, so this is what you got to do, Ern. When after you say whatever it is you got to say, you got to go on mute because that clicking and clacking is So who you got in that game?
It's killing me myself, man.
Tennessee.
Look, after this, I'm just gonna listen, man.
Huh?
I got Baltimore.
What score you got?
I got. That's an odd game, but it's gonna be a lot of points, man. I got 40, and I'm just winging it. I got 40-37 Baltimore. I'm just winging it. I just don't trust.
20 to 30.
I just don't trust either team for real. You know, I just don't trust Tennessee defense. And then Tennessee could come out the blue because they know how to play Baltimore. But this year, man, Tennessee was giving up a whole lot of points to a couple of bad teams, y'all. So I'm just winging it. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I got Baltimore winning just because they got a little bit better defense, and Jack's probably gonna run the crap out that ball.
So wait, I want to address something because narratives are interesting, right?
That you want to address that?
Yes. What Jamal, you know, because we've had this conversation. People say Lamar played bad last year. Anyone have a guess of what his total production was?
Now, he had over 400, over almost 500 yards total offense.
He threw for 364 yards and had 160 yards rushing. Derrick Henry using Thomas as a fullback down the field had nothing to do with Lamar Jackson's performance. Lamar's 2 picks were tip ball. Sorry, one of them was a tip ball. The other one was the guy ran his route short. But Lamar put it in the bad place. So
Does
those are on him.
Does a tip ball touchdown count as a touchdown? Man,
No, I said he put them in the wrong place. I said he put them in the wrong place, but they were tip ball picks. Hey, Jamal, you didn't say that when Tony Romo threw the pick at the end of the game. You didn't say it was.
So why do we do that all the time? Hold on, Jamal. I got this, Jamal. I got this. You can't do that. This ain't about the Cowboys. We're talking about the Ravens and the Titans. The Cowboys ain't in the playoffs. Why do people listen? People do this all the time, and then they try and blame Cowboys fans for bringing up championships or bringing up the past. Everybody else does it, and then when we respond, it's you want to bring up the past. Why bring up Tony? Tony Romo ain't played football in 5 years. He's about to go to the Hall of Fame.
You got him mad, man.
All right. So now, let's move.
Samuel L.
You got him, Phil.
So now, let's get to the next thing. Yo, I hate y'all, man.
I actually thought that was going to trigger Jamal, but I didn't expect that.
And it sounded like he about to go break it at Capitol Hill.
Yeah. Hey, if he see one more snake on that plane.
All right. So look. The Sunday night game, Cleveland and the Steelers. Aaron, please go on mute, please.
Yo, isn't that the Sunday game?
That's the Sunday night game, yes. So they split this season, and I know a lot of people were saying, Cleveland won by 3, and they didn't hardly play anybody, and it doesn't matter. That to me, it doesn't matter. That doesn't mean anything. What I see from the Steelers that they won the week before last against the Colts, but to me, I still saw a lot of negatives than positives with the Colts. I mean, with the Steelers, and I think what we've seen the last 5 weeks are what we're gonna see this weekend. I don't think that the Steelers have I think they're shot. I felt that they were overrated the whole season, but I think that they're shot. I think that the Steelers are going to lose, and I think that Juju saying what he said is going to bite them in the ass, and I think that Ben Roethlisberger is going to play probably the worst. He's going to play a worse playoff game than he played against the Jags a few years ago. So that's just my personal opinion, Scotty. You shake your Scotty, I don't care if you shake your head. Make sure you have my hat on the show by Wednesday, okay?
So Amazon is taking a long time to get orders through, and UPS. I don't know if it's a staffing issue or whatever. So you'll get your hat whenever you get your hat, and it won't be on me if the Browns win. But look, right. You don't really believe everything you just said, right?
I've been saying it the whole year, Scott. I've been saying it the whole year that the Steelers are overrated.
Because you're a Closet Brown fan.
I'm not.
This was an emotional bet that you took with me. You cannot possibly think the Browns are going to beat the Steelers. I'm going to tell you what the difference is going to be, right? The Steelers' defense is going to put so much pressure on Baker Mayfield, and he's going to crumble. He's not used to that pressure. And I want to tell you, with his little coach out with COVID, that's more of an impact than you think it is. And I believe their right tackle is out with COVID too. And they've got some other linemen that's out, and they haven't practiced all week. Today was their first day of practicing.
Hey, Scott, can I tell you something? Hold on, and I'll let you get right back to what you're saying. That don't mean a damn thing. They've been practicing since August. If they don't practice this week, you think they just gonna forget how to play football? No, and they just play, and it's the Steelers. It's not. Hold on one second, Jamal. It's not like this team is a team that they don't know. It's not like they're playing the Bills or the Chiefs or Indy or some. They're playing a division opponent. You think they don't know what the Steelers do?
They just played them last week.
I know.
They put the game plan in.
I know. Go ahead, Scott. Finish.
I'm just saying, don't underestimate Big Ben. He's got a week of rest.
Fuck Big Ben. And excuse my language. Man, screw him.
And if you think for a minute, the Steelers didn't plan this. They sat.
Time out. So you're telling me they let the Browns win?
No. I'm saying that they knew if they lost, they were going to face the Browns. And that's why they sat Big Ben. I think they know something that we don't know. And I'm going with the Steelers. I'm going to get me my hat. I'm going to be patient. You know what? If you order from Amazon, UPS,
I would go to Lids.
As long as you pay your bet, we're good money. I don't have to go to the mall with you. You ain't got to rush to the mall. Just go on Lids website. I'll figure out what team I want. And look, you're good for it. You pay your bets. Continue to lose. You continue to pay your bets. You're good as far as I'm concerned. So no rush. I know I'll get.
Last bet we made on the show, I won, and that was Seahawks and Cowboys a couple years ago. So, but anyway,
the last bet was you bet on the Browns again. You bet the Browns were going to the playoffs last year.
They had a terrible coach. Who knew Freddie Kitchens was a terrible coach? We made that bet before.
I told you it was. I told you he was a terrible coach. I said it ain't there.
Hey, Mike, you up, man?
All right, man.
Go ahead, Mike.
I agree with it. I agree with Scotty on this one.
Hold on, Mike. Before you go, please do not give us a bunch of stats, okay? We don't want to hear a bunch of stats. Okay,
don't give you stats. I'm a statistician. So anyway, I agree with you, Scotty, but I'm gonna go a step further. Who on the Cleveland Browns have playoff experience? This is their first time, and I'm speaking from experience. The Bills been in playoffs two of the last couple of years. And those first few years is playoff speed up. It ain't the same. So you got to have some players with playoff experience. And the Steelers got those dogs. They got folks that's been there. So the Browns, they're going to have a totally different game plan. Mike Tomlin's going to outcoach this special teams offensive coordinator coach. I don't even know who he is. Never heard of him. But he's going to outcoach him and show him all types of new stuff on game day that they're not going to be able to adjust to. So I got the Steelers, and I got the Steelers that won't be close at all.
Well, damn. All right. Wow. Well, can we get a score then since you got the Steelers? I'm
going to get the Steelers. It's going to be 28 to maybe 10. We'll give them 10 points.
All right.
They'll score one in the fourth quarter.
All right, Jamal, you up.
My man, Money Mike. What's the dad from This Christmas? Is that like your uncle or something? Y'all look hella similar, yo. Like them, a little bit of Marcellus Wiley. You know, like you go give up the cheer for Idris. Like he's called Mister. That's some shit. So he said the point.
You got the urn.
The Steelers are too experienced, and quite frankly, the Browns don't have any weapons in the passing game that really scare you. Phil, you got your big eyes. You talk about Landry?
Yeah.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Oh, pardon me. Landry don't.
As a quarterback.
Landry don't score touchdowns. Landry's he's a guy. He's a guy, a volume catcher, like 6 yards from the line of scrimmage. They got the Steelers.
So disrespectful.
The Steelers got too much in their bag for him, and Mike Tomlin is a Super Bowl experienced coach going up against a guy who found out Wednesday he was going to be coach. Stop it. Stop it. It's a bad look for football fans to think that the Steelers are going to lose. If the Steelers lose, Anthony, I'll buy you a hat of your choice.
Oh, wait. Hold on. So wait. Really? Are you serious?
Yeah, and I don't even want no bet back. You don't even have to do nothing for
me. Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me get you some horns real quick. Shit. Hey, man.
I got you.
Keep in mind, he brought that bet to me. I didn't even want to bet. He brought that bet to me.
It's easy money, though, Scotty. Good take.
All right, so Phil, who you got, Phil? I'm sick of this.
Yeah, score 27-17 for me. 27-17.
Okay. So I think people are disrespecting a couple of things. Baker Mayfield can throw the ball, right? Sure, if you load the box versus them, he will throw it over your head. And I don't believe that the Steelers can consistently for 4 quarters stop them boys that's running the ball out the backfield. If their coach did not get the COVID and was not out, I had Cleveland winning big. But without a coach, I think this game is closer than expected, and I have the Steelers escaping 21-17.
Yo, y'all do know that coach is going to coach remotely. Y'all crazy if y'all think he's not going to be on the headset.
No, you can't have a cell phone on the sideline.
It's against the rules.
Listen, y'all think, come on now. If Bill Belichick can do it,
anybody. Really?
Now,
so you know it's a delay, and there's no live.
Yeah,
he's not. He don't got a CIA tap in.
He gonna break out the 2-way and be like,
they're gonna make adjustments at halftime. Ern, what you got? Ern.
Man, I got the Steelers, man. 30-7, man.
What?
You gotta be shitting me. Y'all can't hear me.
We can hear you. I can hear you. We can hear you loud and clear, baby. We can hear you.
Is Scotty a Pittsburgh?
I'm sorry, man. Baker Mayfield against the Steelers. I don't believe it.
All right.
No, Jamal, I'm not a Steeler fan.
Who's your team?
Niners fan.
I'm a 49er fan, but this guy Ant, every time he could bet on the Browns against me, will bet against the Browns, so I had to take the Steelers. I mean, it's a good bet for me. I'm not mad that he proposed it to me, but I was like, damn, I just wanted to watch the game. But Ant, them Browns. The Browns, he's always got a point to prove about the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, but I will say this. I did make the bet before we found out that the coach was not going to be coach. I didn't.
2 years strong.
When I made the bet, the guy that I will vote for coach of the year was supposed to be coaching. So I didn't know. But I got to stick to my guns, and I'm going to stick to my guns, and the Browns are going to win.
I'll say this.
No, I should have took the last Brown bet that he proposed to me about the division.
Yes,
about the winning the division.
I didn't make that bet, though, Scott. I didn't.
You did. I didn't take it.
Well, thank you.
Well, here. So Scotty, here's the funny thing, right? Had Indiana not laid down in the second half, Cleveland would have beat them for the division.
I agree.
Shit.
Hey, so Dak to Chicago, which is not going to happen. What you got?
Okay, so when I look at the Steelers, they're not as good as their record says. They're not. They are not as good as their record says. But I'm still picking them.
Oh my God! Right.
Listen, all right.
Back to Chicago with the setup.
Yo, listen. All right.
Crush them.
Okay. Are you really comparing Baker Mayfield to Big Ben? Come on, man.
Actually,
I'm not.
Crunch time.
But right now, in this season, Baker Mayfield was better than Big Ben.
yes, that's what I was going to say, Ant. Right now, I would rather have Baker than Ben.
But who do you trust in the playoffs?
We don't know. I mean, last time we saw Ben in the playoffs, he stunk it. He threw 2 pick sixes and cost them the damn game.
I'm still gonna trust the guy who won 2 Super Bowls.
Man, please.
Back to Chicago. Let me give you a word of advice, right? Ant had Big Ben on his fantasy team.
It all comes back to
That bastard, that bastard cost
$1,000 right now.
All right, but anyway, Steelers 24, Browns 17.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Yo, this man Ern said the score of the Titans game was gonna be 40-37. God. They ain't scoring that much. So all right, so we're pretty much done with the AFC. Let's get to the NFC. We'll start with the Bucks and the football team. We'll start with the Bucks.
Pass.
Hey, look. So you know what?
Wait. Let me get my little description, my whatever, and then we can go. So yo, I hate y'all. So Washington came off a division winning win last Sunday night against the Eagles, which was, I guess it was somewhat controversial. But they did win a division at 7-9, and I personally feel that Washington was a better option at playing the Bucks than the Giants. I just my personal opinion. I think the Giants, the Cowboys and Washington were better opponents versus the Bucks. Excuse me, than the Giants. Nothing against you, Ern. It's just what I feel. But with that being said, they have a legit defensive line. I mean, I don't think anybody would have.
Yeah, right.
That. They have a legit.
Whatever.
Ern is a little delayed, but they have a legit defensive line, and we know that that's been the kryptonite of Tom Brady's illustrious career was facing a good line. So I'm about to read.
Jesus Christ.
So with that being said, I do think the game itself is going to be a little better than what people think. Anybody can take it first.
I want to go first this time.
Go ahead.
The football team can't generate points. I think we all, as football fans, are trying to find a way to make this interesting. What if Washington moves Brady off his spot? It's Tom Brady. He adjusts. He gets it done. He threw 40 touchdowns at 94 years old. He's still a bad man. The secondary for the football team is still weak. Look, if they even if they get 4 sacks, they gotta, they're gonna get beat over the top and on the route to get them. I'm going 31-12. I don't know how you even get to 12. 4 field. Yeah, they're not scoring a touchdown probably. The football team.
Probably
they got
right.
a big leg quarterback. There's got a other hurt leg. This is terrible.
All right. So, Mike Evans, is he playing?
I don't think it matters, but I don't. They haven't said yet.
So here's the thing, right? Mike Evans. Some people may try and say Godwin's the number one, but Mike Evans actually sets that roster correctly with your number one being your number one, allows Godwin to be an excellent number two, and so forth and so on. Without Mike Evans in that game, and I don't think Gronk is anywhere he used to be. People forget that Brady's last pass as a Patriot was a what? pick
That
six.
who cares?
I
What
am
about
going.
Antonio Brown?
I am going. Washington 12, Tampa Bay 19.
What? Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Let me go next on this one. So, being a Bills fan, facing Tom Brady for all these years, playoff Tom Brady, totally different than regular season Tom Brady. He elevates everybody's play. So there's nothing new you can throw at Tom Brady. So I'm gonna tell you this: Tom Brady is probably gonna be sitting on the bench, eating oranges by the third quarter. Washington won't score any points in that first half at all because they're going to be turning over the ball. I think it's going to be a game like a 35-0 in the third quarter. Tom Brady's sitting down. Mike Evans, I actually just looked online. Mike Evans is going to be playing this game. So he faked his injury. He's good to go. Mike Evans is playing. So he's good. So Tampa's going to score a lot of points. Washington's not going to have any answers whatsoever. Alex Smith is going to get benched for Heineke or Greinke or whatever that dude's name because he's not healthy. So the game is over. Washington has a good pass rush, but the one thing about Tom Brady, just watching him for years, he's going to get rid of that ball within 1 second. Chase Young and Sweat, they're not going to be able to get to him because Brady gets rid of that ball. He doesn't take a bunch of sacks. So it don't matter how good your defense is, Tom Brady is going to get the ball out. So game is going to be over by third quarter.
Damn.
So look, Chase Young jinxed them boys. As soon as he started yapping, I already knew what it was, y'all. He started talking too much way too soon. Way too soon. The dude is going to be a G for a long time, and that's facts. He's going to be great. But he said he wants Tom. Unbelievable, y'all. So I will go with Mike. I don't know if it's going to be 35 to sit by the third already. But I'm definitely going with Washington probably scoring 3 points. They don't have it. They don't have it. It is what it is, man. And with all due respect, and I told Ant, right? Ant, didn't I tell you the story how I was going to go with old boy, with Alex Smith, the greatest story ever told. Almost lost his leg, came back, drove them to the playoffs, even though Doug really hates the Giants because we really hate them now. But that's a whole nother story. It's not about me. All
Win
right.
some more games.
Oh, no, it's all good. Come on, who's your team? I can't hear you. Who's your team?
Hey, Money Mike, can Chris Brown?
Oh, okay, that a
song in
boy.
the church?
Like I was saying, man, I got Tampa Bay. I got AB scoring 2 touchdowns in this game too. Just to let you know, it's gonna be fun. Oh, I'll go with 31-3. I don't got time. The Tom Brady ain't gonna have time for games with those 3 receivers. He's just not gonna have time for games, yo. Chase Young, he started talking too soon, yo. Come on, man. That's just dumb. You're not that good to begin with as a whole team. You're not. And now you're gonna come talking about you want Tom already? Nah, you're bugging. Yeah, put it this way. And Ant knows this, and Scotty knows this for a fact. I hate Jared Goff with pure passion. God forgive me. I don't mean it like that, of course. And he beat them dudes 30-15. What do you think Tom Brady's gonna do? Think about it.
And there's only one team that could beat Tom Brady in the playoffs. And Ern knows who's that, Ern.
Oh yeah, probably the Chiefs.
Baltimore.
The Chiefs. Because it ain't the Baltimore Bills.
Dude, I set it up for you. Earn the Giants. Man, look at you. You ain't even repping your squad. You're the only team that owned Tom Brady in the playoffs.
No, because my internet messed up. I said and the Giants.
Oh, you on the delay? I forgot. I got to sit back and wait.
He got this Kevin Stefanski delay. Oh
my delay.
Hey, Dak from I mean, I'm not calling. Yo, what is your name? Because I'm not calling you Dak to Chicago anymore. Because he's not going to Chicago.
Hey, look,
that's Jamal's cousin.
Hold on, let me change my name.
But who you got in the
I changed my name. There you go.
Oh, where's Marcus when you need him?
I know. All right, so who you got in the game though?
So I think it's going to be closer than y'all think, because they are better with Alex Smith than Dwayne Haskins. So I think
Not really.
record-wise, I think they're 4-1 with
5-1.
Yeah. So I will say 30-27 for Tampa.
Washington is not scoring no damn 27 points. I can tell you that now.
I think they will.
27 points?
I think
How are they going to do that,
that's
though?
like they'd have to play the Cowboys to score 27 points. That's the only team they can give 27 to.
He's right. That's it.
I don't know why. I think they'll score a lot.
All right.
I
mean, and that's your opinion. We appreciate.
Wait a minute, and so what do we know about Tampa Bay? If anything, they don't give up. That their run game, their defense is crazy. If anything, so after that, Alex Smith's gonna throw like 3 touchdowns. That's what you're saying?
No, they're gonna get a pick 6.
Now, I'll say this: Washington's defense can score. So I mean, I don't think that we should discredit that. But I mean, but a hobble Alex Smith and y'all may disagree, but I think they have a subpar running game. I don't think their running game is that great. I think it's an average running game.
Washington,
yes. Unless they're playing the Cowboys, their running game is average. It's average at best. Terrible. So me personally, I do think Tampa's gonna win. I think Tampa's gonna win. I think it's more like 24-27 to. I'll give them 10. I was thinking 27-6, but I'll go with 27-10.
And if they do score, it's gonna be McLaren, and that about it.
I don't think McLaren scores. I don't think McLaren scores.
I got to roll. I got a question.
I think McLaren's the only one who's gonna be targeted like 16 times.
All right, Jamal.
I got one question though. One question.
What's up?
What borough is Earn from?
I'm originally from Brooklyn, represent Long Island.
All right, because I got to make sure I score a Vic against with one artist from your borough.
That's definitely not going to happen, but good luck.
Okay.
All right, so you be easy. All right, so I think we're all in agreement that Tampa's going to.
Man, you ain't even get my opinion.
Oh, I thought you. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Scotty.
It's all good. We're all in agreement. Damn. All right. Damn.
Oh,
I'm rooting for Washington.
I honestly thought you had went, Scotty.
I thought you went too. My bad.
I never went, but it's all good. Yo, we can go to the next scene.
All right, so Bears Saints. I think this is probably going to be a quick synopsis too. So Bears play the Saints. The Bears lost their last game, but backdoored their way in by the Cardinals losing, and they have to play the Saints. Drew Brees is playing. Michael Thomas is playing. Alvin Kamara is playing. So, Scotty, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I want to take all 15 minutes like y'all did. No, I'm just
playing. Go ahead, now you good.
Yeah, I'll go to Saints, man. I don't think it's going to be close. I'm thinking maybe 35-24. Did Ant just go away?
Yeah. You up, Mike?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike.
I don't think it's going to be that close either. I think they're going to put a 40-point up on that Bears defense, and we'll probably see probably about a second or third quarter we may see what's his name, second stringer, whatever his name, the miracle worker for the Eagles. So he's not a good starting quarterback, but he's a good second string quarterback to come in and win you some games, kind of like Frank Wright.
All right, Phil, who you got?
All right, so this is the one game I think it's going to be a blowout. I'm going to take earned score, and I'm going to go 35-3. The Bears cannot score. And I think Drew Brees sits the first snap of the fourth quarter.
Wow. Retired Grandpa Brees.
You haven't been watching the Bears for the past couple of weeks because we've been scoring like 30 a game.
You guys can't score against good defenses. Correction.
But like, hey, we faced Saints. We played Nick Foles. We lost our best old lineman in that game, and then went to overtime. So, I think we're gonna win. We're gonna retire Drew Brees in front of his home crowd.
Ain't no crowd.
Let that grandpa retire, and then we're gonna go lose to the Packers next round. So we're gonna win this. We are winning this. I promise you. We will win this. The Saints are chokers.
Yo, Mike, you better listen up. You better take that chance when you put them bets up.
Let me hold on. I got you right now. That man said the Bears are gonna win. All right, so look. Who didn't go? Mike.
Wow.
Mike.
No, Mike.
Earn.
I mean, look, man. Look. Nah, I'm going right now, man. Look, bottom line, I gotta trust your quarterback, yo. I do not trust Tribs at all. It doesn't matter, yo. I don't trust him. This is crunch time. They open up the play. Say that again.
You trust Grandpa Breeze?
Oh
Yes.
man, like yes. Grandpa sometimes knows better than daddy, right?
All right, let me just say this.
Look, man.
The Saints have lost to the NFC North 5 times in a row. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. Okay, I get that.
Wow, if they beat you out, how did they lose 5 times in a row?
I mean, in the playoffs.
In the playoffs.
Okay.
Hey, so let me let you know something. Chicago, while fairly close to Wisconsin, is not Green Bay. Chicago is not the Vikings. You guys will get embarrassed on national TV.
We'll see.
And will not re-sign Trubisky.
Hey,
and it's probably a good thing.
We're winning this game. I'm saying we're gonna win this game, but we're gonna lose to the Packers next.
Scott.
Hey,
look, man. Hold on, and I didn't get a chance to finish. Look, at the end of the day,
let's finish.
At the end of the day, Scott's been saying it all throughout fantasy football. Chicago Bears do not have an O-line. It's been disastrous up until the past 4 games, but that's because they went up against teams that they could run the ball against. And I get it, bro. You're a fan. I get it. Trust me, I'm a Giants fan, and they get it. But come on, man. Come on, man.
Serious.
Like,
I'm serious.
You gotta worry about
forget
the offense for a minute. But forget the offense for a minute. You gotta worry about the New Orleans defense. Like you're saying, like their defense is gonna let anything happen against Trubisky? My God, man! But it does snow in California back in the day. So,
hold up.
Hey, Ern, I know you haven't given your score, but I want to give a sub score. So I already gave you the total score, but I have the Saints defense outscoring the Bears.
God damn, that's disrespectful.
Jesus Christ,
that's disrespectful.
Hey, look, they've got no one that can block Cam Jordan. They have got no one that's gonna break past Latimer or the other guys. It's gonna get ugly. Trubisky will be benched in the 3rd quarter.
I believe it.
You want to hear my score?
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. You can do the score.
38-21 Bears.
Oh, shit.
You heard me. I promise you this. We will win this game by a lot.
Yo, Mike. I might send you $20 so you can put a bet in for me. Because if they win like that, that bet might be making $200,000.
I promise you.
You can help me out, Mike. Jeez.
Are you willing to change your name next time on this show?
Are you willing to show your face?
Wherever, can I pick your name? I'll give you 7 points on this. I give you 7 points. You let me pick your name next time Next time the show is on.
Next week.
Go ahead. Man.
I'm picking up your name. If y'all not within 7 points, I'm telling you, I'm not going to be.
Can we at least see who you are? Because dude, I want to
no,
give you credit.
Your name is going to be Jamal's Muscles next week. It's got to be something funny. So I'm telling you now, if y'all not within 7 points, your new name is going to be Jamal Muscles.
I promise you, we're gonna win this game by a lot.
Okay. All right. 7 points.
Can I say something?
And before you go, you got to do this next week. He's got to come on.
Absolutely.
Mandatory. Win or lose. Win or lose.
Either he's going to be right or we're all going to be wrong.
And you get to change my name. I'll let you change my name to whatever you want.
Right. If you're wrong only by but here's my thing though. If he's only wrong by 10 points, I respect that. I'm like, wow, what is he not seeing? What is he seeing that we're not seeing? You know, respect that.
More than 7 points is a lot in the NFL. So
21 Chicago.
So let me say this real quick.
God is that good though.
Yeah, it definitely ain't that good. So I do think that this game is going to be a lot closer than what people think. You know, I think that Mitchell Trubisky's been playing some good football. He's been playing some good football the last month of the season. And all jokes aside, that's the time. That's the best time to be playing your best football. And Mitchell Trubisky came off the bench and he's been looking really good. So with that being said, I don't think that the Bears are gonna win, right?
Nobody does, except for this guy.
No. Ant's biased though.
No. Oh, hear me out. So I don't think that the Bears are gonna win. But what I do think is gonna happen, I think the score is gonna be somewhere 30 or 28 to 17, 20-ish. The Bears are going to score some points, right? And what's going to end up happening is they're going to franchise Mr. Trubisky next year.
Franchise?
And Trubisky, hold on, hear me out. Trubisky will be back with the Bears next year.
He will be back, but we're not franchising him.
Y'all don't have no choice unless y'all going to give him a new contract.
So, Ant.
Yeah, I ain't giving Mitchell $30 million. That's how much the franchise.
Wait a minute. Hold on. As a matter of fact, Scotty, you go first. I apologize. Go ahead, Scotty.
Nah, so Ant do have a point. The Saints tend to start off slow, and it might be a close game at first. They don't ever just go out the gate and just score like a whole bunch of points. So it will be a game for a while. So Ant, thank you for bringing that up. All right, for George.
Okay, so here's my thing. So Ant just said they might franchise Trubisky, right? Like only God knows what the price would be. It could be 30. It could be. I know, Mike. I know. But watch what I'm getting to, right? So 30 million, maybe 25 from 1 year, which is nuts. Like because nobody in their right mind who watches this game and appreciates this game wouldn't do it, right? But so Saints are chokers. You're saying there's no way we're giving up $30 million to franchise this guy, but yet you're gonna win 38 to 21. How?
David Montgomery. David Montgomery.
Nah, so this is something that
I didn't think Trubisky will have a good game.
Nah, so I'm sorry, I keep cutting them off. But this is something that is being overlooked. Mitchell Trubisky has been playing better since they've changed up the offense. You're right. Against everybody. You're right, Ern. I've been calling it all season. That offensive line has been trash. Mitchell Trubisky and Nick Foles have been lobbying for them to do quicker routes because what was happening in the beginning of the season, they were sending their receivers on fly routes, and it was just taking too long for those routes to develop. So Mitchell Trubisky is playing a lot better. David Montgomery is playing a lot better. I still don't think the Bears will win. And I'm with you, Saints are chokers. I don't think they're going to franchise Trubisky, but they are playing a little bit better.
Okay.
The thing is, with our O-line is it was injured. Like, we got our best O lineman back.
So
Okay,
I just looked something up.
Phil, hold on real quick. 30 seconds. So these are the teams Mr. Trubisky played against. Texans, the Vikings, the Jaguars. This is who he was balling out against. Those defenses. All right, I'm good. That's it.
Hey, look.
Add the Cowboys in there too, just because. So we get Ant mad again.
So he stated that David Montgomery was going to be the difference in the game. David Montgomery is just going to run nuts.
Yes.
Do you know what the Saints' rush defense is ranked this year?
Where?
3rd.
Okay, they're missing Trey Hendrickson for this game.
They're still ranked the 3rd defense.
Yeah.
Don't let David Montgomery have 2 hot games. Ignore the first 14.
Okay, but he literally had a good game against them too, against the Saints.
Dude, not gonna happen.
He had 90 yards on 21 carries.
Ant can't hear you.
He had 91 yards against the Saints.
Yeah, you can't hear you.
Yeah, so it's that Saints or chokers are coming back next week. We'll get to the bottom of this. And the next game, what you got, man?
Can't hear you.
Can't hear him. All right, so we went through Tampa Bay, Washington. Went through the Saints and the Bears. Seattle Rams. This is a tough game for me. Well, I feel like the Rams aren't at full capacity. I feel like we can hear you now.
You're low, but we can hear you.
Now go ahead.
Now go ahead.
Oh, there you go.
No, I'm just saying, like, I feel like the Rams defense this year has been just really good. Top 3 defense. Aaron Donald has been phenomenal. Cam Akers looks like he's found his footing. They've got a little quarterback controversy. We don't know who's going to start. The Steelers defense has been, not the Steelers, but the Seahawks defense has been terrible this year, but they've improved. I'm going to go Seahawks. And I'm going to go Seahawks 24-20. All right, Mike, who you got?
I'm going to keep it short, man. Seahawks all day. They're a proven team. Russell Wilson steps it up during the playoffs. I think you're going to see more let Russ cook. He's going to be running more. That's when he let it all out during the playoffs.
All right. Well, so what's your score?
Oh, it's not going to be close. I'm going to give this one 28-14.
I actually go the other way on this. I believe this is the most competitive game of the weekend.
Absolutely.
I go back and forth. I could see this as I'm gonna borrow Ern's score from the Titans Ravens game. And I'm gonna say this one is 41-37. Score from
All right, so you said 41-37? That's a lot of points. See, me personally, I think that Russ is due, I think that Goff injury is going to be the difference maker. Whether he plays or not, he just had surgery a week or two ago, and so I have the Seahawks as well, and I have the Seahawks winning. I think they just won 2 weeks ago, right? Against them, and last week they benefited from a pick six. I don't know if they're gonna have enough offense to keep up with the Seahawks, so I'll go 34-17, 34-10, 17, somewhere around there.
Well, here's my question: is Goff playing or not?
So he's been practicing.
Okay, so he's good to go. somewhat?
No, I mean, we don't know. He hasn't done anything under center. Everything's been a shotgun.
Okay. So here's my thing with golf. I don't like that dude at all, man. Like I said, man, a few years ago he got lucky, in my opinion, and it looks like so far I'm right because ever since after the Super Bowl, people's been questioning him. They had to restructure his contract, and I've been right all along. If Gurley was 100%, he would be there. He would look good throwing the ball because you'd have to worry about Gurley all the time, over and over and over. And that's why he had a great year, that one great year when they went to the Super Bowl. So with that being said, I do not trust golf. I go with the quarterback. Russell Wilson has one of the most horrible games this year against the Rams the first time out. And Ant was Ant was ready to destroy everything that was in his path. Because I believe Ant needed him to have a good game to win one game around that time.
Now
Russell Wilson.
It was the week I played. Yeah, we were playing against each other, and he played. I think he only gave me like 11 points or something like that. He played terrible.
Okay, I trust Russell Wilson. I trust Russell Wilson, and I got him winning. I got them winning. I got him. I'll give the score. I'll give it 23-12 because I think it's going to be a really tough game. They play each other so tough. It's ridiculous. Go ahead, Phil.
Hey, look, so interesting enough, I like the group of backs the Ram has. The Rams, Akers, Henderson, and the other cat. I like those cats. I like that they offer you something different. I actually would not run with Golf this week. I would run with the other kid that gets the ball out quicker. He doesn't have that long release. He's not going to play favorites. He's going to get the ball to the open guy because he's playing free. He's playing loose. Russ has actually had some bad games recently, including versus the Redskins. And
there's no such team as the Redskins.
You said what?
There's no such team as the Redskins.
Sorry, sorry. I apologize. The football team. It just sounds weird. He had a bad game against a football team, and I just see that the Rams defense it can cause them some issues, but I still think it's gonna be last play wins. Last play wins.
That's interesting. I mean, I like I said, man, I don't trust Golf at all, man. I just don't trust that dude. And it's like I said, I always go back to the Super Bowl or that year they went to the Super Bowl when Gurley was doing whatever he wanted, and to the point where they just don't know who to stop, him or Gurley, because Gurley was just that great at that time with no injuries. Again, he would be there if he had no injuries, and Rams would be looking really good with those two receivers that they have right now, But I just don't trust it, man. I trust the Seattle defense, who switched up for like 5-6 weeks. I don't know what they did because I'm not great at defensive schemes. Maybe I could tell me how they switched up and became that good that fast. But man, that Seattle defense is against Gurley or against the other guy. I trust them.
Hey, so question, Ern, since you've made it clear you hate Jared Goff.
Just like I'll take that hate away.
Okay, so which one do you think is the worst quarterback in the playoffs, Phillip Rivers or Jared Goff?
Ooh, no, I go with Goff all day, easily. Because you know why? Ant is right. Ant did say something, and I forgot about that game. He stepped up against that secondary from Green Bay. He really did. So that's interesting. Don't get me wrong. I still think Buffalo is going to do their thing, but Phillip Rivers, he started to come into his own within the past 4 weeks. We could say that he's playing better, and it's like, okay, finally, dude, because we know you better. But like I said, man, I hate his release. Just that release when he throws the ball, I just be like, man, just do it. I'm betting on you, fam. I don't trust it. But at the end of the day, Rivers over Goff.
All right, so hold on one second. So I did want to just reiterate that if anyone out there that's commenting, Curtis, David Jackson, the other Curtis, if you wanna join in, the link is posted, so you go ahead and post the link. This man keep on changing his name. Who you got? Saints or Chokers? Who you got, man?
Seattle 17, Rams 14.
Oh, you said. Hold on. You said who you got winning?
All right, so I don't think it's going to be high scoring. I think it's going to be a defensive battle, and I think Seahawks are going to score 17, Rams 14. That's my prediction.
All right, so I mean, you know what? It's tough, but I do think that Russ is gonna do what he's supposed to do and get that win. I think they're gonna put up some points. I do think that. So we got through all the games, right? We got through all the games, and I do feel that I'm excited because it's the first time they got triple headers. You know, for the wild card round, they added the teams, and I will say this: I think part of the Steelers' strategy of sitting guys are that, you know, it didn't matter if they were the 2 seed or the 3 seed; they were going to have to play because they couldn't get the 1 seed. So I do think that was a good idea. No. So Curtis says something about no upsets. I think there's some upsets. I have the Ravens winning.
I wouldn't call that an upset.
I wouldn't call that an upset either.
There's too many even games.
The Browns is upset.
I had the Colts as an upset.
And he had the Colts. I mean, so there are some upsets. Y'all don't call the Ravens. I mean, the Ravens are the lowest seed. Are they favored this game?
I think they're favored by 1. Weirdly enough,
because you already get 3 points if you're the home team.
Your home team, right?
So I think that plays into the part of Tennessee's defense. I think Tennessee's defense is. He said the Titans going to blow the Ravens out. I mean, I disagree, but I mean that's why we're here. You know, and so I'll say this. Yeah, I agree with. I think one of y'all. I think Scott or Mike might have just said it. It's a lot of evenly matched teams that are playing each other, which makes it good. I think that Indianapolis Buffalo game is going to be a tremendous game. I think that those two teams are more closer than people think. You know, Mike may not think so. But Mike, listen. I'll say this. Mike knows that if Buffalo, as much crap as he's talked this year, that if Buffalo loses, first of all, he's gonna have to be here. He's gonna have to be here next week, and I'm gonna have. I
will deactivate every single social media account, so I can't get tagged. I'm moving it.
Here's the good thing. I got his phone number, so I'm gonna call him. And if he don't listen, I'm gonna be like one of those like, you know how we've been getting potential spam calls. That's gonna be calling Mike all week until I get through. Because I mean, Mike. I mean, I'll say this: as long as I've known Mike, he's defended and he's supported Buffalo like no other. And as long as I've known Mike, Buffalo ain't been that good. Like now, like the last 5 years, I think they've been to the playoffs 3 or 4 times. I want to say it's like 4 out of the last 5.
It was 2 out of the last 3 years. Yeah, 2 out of the last 3 years. 3 out of the last 4. When they played Jacksonville. What are you talking about? Yeah, that was the first time I went to that game. That was our first time in the playoffs in 20 years. That was with Tyrod Taylor 3 years ago. And then we went last year. We was off a year when we drafted Josh Allen. And then we went.
Is Mike not listening to me? I said 3 out of the last 4.
I said, but you counting this year? Okay.
Yeah, count this year. Yeah, count this year. So y'all want to see something funny? Look at this shit. Yeah, he get on my nerves, man. You said the Bucks don't belong. Listen. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Listen. He's just trolling right now. He got one more. He said Josh Allen's better than more. All right, so
I agree.
Mike, stop it. No, you don't. So I'll say this: if the Bills and Washington are the Super Bowl, that is going to be the lowest rated Super Bowl in quite some time. The only storyline, the storyline that they're going to be able to make up is in a Super Bowl rematch from 1991 or 92.
And the Bruce Smith Bowl.
Yeah. Bruce Smith played on both teams, and then they're gonna use
I gotta interject, man. I gotta interject, man. Listen, man. You see this? You know, I'm. This is me taking off my. I'm gonna take off my Buffalo coat for right now. The Bills fans, man, they're larger than a lot of people think. Our game last week was rated higher than the Super Bowl. Hold on, our game against Miami Dolphins, a regular season game, was rated higher than last year's Super Bowl. Look it up. It's facts. We got a lot of fans, and we got a lot of people that used to be Bills fans that are now fans of other teams. When we was dominated in the 90s, when we were the New England Patriots of the league, when we sucked, everybody jumped ship and became Carolina Panthers fans or New York Giants fans or whatever the case. You can't tell me back in the day when you played Tecmo Bowl or whatever, you wasn't picking Jim Kelly in that shotgun offense back in the day.
We were picking Bo Jackson. We were cheating. We were picking Bo Jackson.
Hey, no, that was LT coming off the corner. Unblocked.
That's true. LT. Yeah, you couldn't stop LT. All right, I give you that. But I'm just saying.
No, but I'll say this. You know what? The funny thing is, we may say it may be low rank. It ain't gonna matter because that low rating is still be more than every other sporting event anyway. So I mean, in this climate and everything that's going on, if those two teams were to make the Super Bowl, we'll all watch and everybody be like, "This Super Bowl is so 2020." It's like, who would have thought the
Bills? Yeah.
Nobody would bet the Bills versus Washington in the Super Bowl. That was, you know, I know he's trolling and everything, but we'll let him have his fun. I invited him.
One question for you though, and so you and Scott, I want y'all to answer this. The 7 seed that came in the playoffs this year, it's kind of odd to me. I mean, I really think. What are your thoughts on them adding the 8th seed versus that? And who do you think would have been like the 8th seed this year? Like, do you think they would have had a chance if they put an 8th seed in there?
No.
So no. So I'll say this: in the AFC, yes; in the NFC, no. Because in the AFC, it would have been a team. It would have been Miami. I thought they would have had it. They would have had a shot. Would they have beat?
You don't think the Cardinals would have had a shot?
Huh?
You don't think the Cardinals would have had a shot?
Or if Minnesota got hot.
I think the Cardinals would have had to go to Green Bay, and I think that would have been too much for Kyler Murray. He's a Texas kid. He's always played either indoors or where it was heated. I mean, Oklahoma gets kind of cold, but it don't get Green Bay cold. So I think that would have been a problem for Kyler Murray. Now, again, I don't think the AFC, because Miami would have been the AFC in the AFC, and I don't think that they would have beat.
It's worse than going to Kansas City.
Huh?
Kansas City would have tore them a new. I mean, so I guess no, they wouldn't have had a shot.
So this year, I would say no. But again, you know what? It's the NFL, and it's only one game. So anything we've seen the craziest things happen in one game. Right?
Last year, Tennessee wasn't it like 8-8 or 9-7? They went on a run.
Yeah, and you know what? I blame the Texans. The Texans should have never let them in the playoffs.
I mean, hey, it is what it is.
Can't trust the Texas football team.
Oh, all right. See, listen, Phil. Don't do that, Phil. Be respectful. Be respectful. So I do think that adding that extra team adds a little spice to it, and I think that it makes for good football because if you take out if we take out that 7th seed, you don't get the football that you got last week, the meaningful football that you got last week, because half of those teams, it wouldn't have mattered, you know. So yeah, man, I think we got some good football, and
I think they need to add that AC, because then you won't have coaches throwing games, because now you could be 8-8, or Cowboys could have still made the playoffs, and you got that 2 seed. No, I'm serious. Like, I'd rather watch the Cowboys play against the Bucks than because I know y'all gonna score points. So then watch Washington. Like, I would have gave y'all a chance to, if y'all got hot, y'all got the offense that could play with anybody. So that's real talk. I know I joke around with you with the Cowboys, but I'd rather see the Cowboys in there from a competitive standpoint, and from at least your fan base. It's going to make it more interesting. More people are going to watch for ratings. So then watch them. And also, that 2 seed need a rest. There's no need for 2 seed to be playing.
Hey, Mike. So I'm not trying to be disrespectful here, but
that means you're trying to be disrespectful.
Exactly.
But Dallas defense lining up against that Bucks offense would have been embarrassing.
Absolutely.
They struggle in the back end, and even with an 80% Mike Evans or 30% Mike Evans, what would have happened to that secondary would have been bad. It would have been really bad. So they should be thankful. Be happy with their top 10 pick. Go get either Patrick Surtain Jr. or go get one of them other cornerbacks that's out there.
Can I say something?
Improve their defense.
Hey, Phil, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
In regards to that, I will say that I do think that Diggs is going to be better next year. And if it's not next year, he's going to be better by year 3. And that's just, I think that family is pretty damn good at football. So he's going to get better. If not just lining up against that's his brother. That's Stephon Diggs' brother.
Well, so it's his brother, but they got like a dad-son relationship. It's kind of it's an interesting story.
And that's cool, but just I think that Stephon Diggs is going to be huge, and Trayvon Diggs getting better, next year and the year after that. I think year three he'll be a Pro Bowler. And I think, because I do think that, I think this year he was a rookie, and rookies, come on, man. Come on. It is what it is. You can't expect a rookie to be a lockdown. It just doesn't happen. Any lockdown corner you've ever had in this league has not been a lockdown in year 1. Not even Deion. Deion wasn't locked down in year 1.
I think Patrick was close. Peterson.
Yeah, I mean,
but I wasn't shooting at Diggs, because I think your defense doesn't put those guys in the right position, and I think it's
those guys are gone. Those 49ers are gone. Those 49ers are gone, so we're good now.
Yeah, I think your secondary, your safeties, put them guys in the bad position.
You're right.
Yeah.
What, Scott? Because Scott looked like he intended to say something. What?
Yo, fellas, I'm gonna have to drop off. I am starving.
All right, Scotty.
I'm starving, man.
Yeah. All right. So.
All right, Scotty.
So I'll say this. That yeah, our defense was bad, but I put a lot of that on the coach, because just 2 years ago, a lot of those guys were on the same defense, and our defense was top 10, top 5, or whatever it was. So I don't think that this is out of the blue forgot how to play football. I will say, being the pandemic, no preseason. I honestly don't think that mattered initially. No, I think that it did matter initially, but as the season goes on, I mean, by week 5, 6, 7, and 8, you should be hitting your stride. We were stinking. They stunk, and towards
the league has changed though, man. There's no team that I could really say is a dominant defense that you're not going to score on. It's about the offense. So like, I don't care about your defense sucking right now. There's no defense in the NFL right now that you can say they're going to shut this team down.
Well, yeah,
all we talk about is offense.
Yeah, you're not gonna get 85 Bears or 2,000 Ravens, but you'll get some good defense. Like right now, the Saints defense is pretty good, right? And I do think if you have a good defensive line and you have a good secondary, you don't have to have a great secondary, but you have to have a good secondary, and you have potential to be Super Bowl winners, because you got to think the guys that get the most money in the NFL are the DNs and the corners and the safeties. Those are the guys that get paid. So you have to have a half decent linebacking core. You gotta have a legit front four. Like what was that?
Hey, look, Ed, aren't you near DC?
Huh?
I thought they were coming to your house.
Oh,
they
no,
was cooking for the Capitol.
Oh, man. But I say if you got a legit front four and a good secondary, you're gonna be a playoff team. Now your offense has to score, and I don't know what dude was talking about with the Bears defense, because I've seen them getting destroyed this year.
Bitch ass nigga twice.
Whoa, Ern.
Oh shoot. My bad, yeah.
Had a per year Hall flashback or something.
Nah, man, my bad, Ant. My bad, Phil. My bad, Mike. It just Russell Westbrook is having a horrible game, man. Oh my God. My bad.
So I'll say this. Washington won the division this year, but that was by default, And I see Kurt in the comments, and he's waiting for me to respond to him. So I'll respond to him now. Washington won the division, but I'll say this: in the NFC East, no one has won the division back to back since Philly in the mid 2000s. So. By default. So the Eagles gave the division away, and Dak getting hurt was a big thing. I said this to Scotty, and I'll say this to y'all sitting here, that if Dak doesn't get hurt, Dak is in the MVP race.
I agree. I agree. And actually, I was gonna give you guys. I was gonna give you guys.
Why you supposed to be in here? He in the damn comments.
I actually was gonna give you guys some credit. So, and I think similar to what happened to us, I think y'all losing Dak when y'all lost Dak. I think it affected not just your offense but your defense as well. Because when y'all rolled DiNozio out or whatever, that was just, it was 3 and outs in pick cities. I mean, it put your defense behind the chains. It put them in bad field positions. And honestly, I've never played on a team that actually stunk and didn't have a chance to win. But I can imagine for the guys who've played on a team and you can't win, are you running those extra steps to get there? Probably not.
Probably not. And you can see that those guys didn't really care. They weren't playing with effort for probably 5 weeks, and then it switched. But by that time, it was too late. We lost games that we should have won.
Not in the NFC East. It wasn't over. You guys still had a shot.
Yeah, but at one point we didn't have a shot, and then the Giants and Washington and Philly started losing. And it was at one point the Cowboys was the only team to win in the division. I think 2 or 3 weeks in a row, and that put us back in. And then we lost to the Giants, but it didn't matter anyway because. And I will say this: people talking about that Philly Washington game. Yeah, the Giants fans were mad, and the Giants were mad. But if it was the Cowboys that had beat the Giants earlier that day, it would have been chaos. Y'all thought Capitol Hill was bad. It would have been bad because the I wouldn't be surprised. Like they probably would have gave what's his name a statue. Doug Peterson. They would have gave him a statue for keeping the Cowboys out the playoffs. But it would have been bad, man. But I mean, it is what it is. So look. So this has been fun. We will come back next week. I think that it's only right that we come back next week and we do another roundtable for the playoffs. It's been fun. I have fun, guys, and I know Kurt. He'll be back in the comment. Look, oh God, look at this. Look. I don't even know what you're talking about. See, you see what I'm saying? And then
Kurt's a Redskins fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing it now.
Yeah.
This dude is on that. He's on that what Mamba sauce. He's on something. He's on that Mambo sauce or something.
No, he said we had injuries and cancer. Come on, son.
So I'll say this. So next week. So
gotta come back. Back
on Wednesday. Right. On Wednesday we'll have off the record to be back in our normal whatever and everything. We'll do what we got to do, and then Friday we'll come back with another special, and do it like that. We'll have I'm sure these guys will be here. We'll have some other guys because there's some Kansas City fans that wanted to get in here, but they want to talk their trash, when they playing and stuff like that. So I respect it. But we'll see, man. So all right, man. I guess it's off the record. I'm Anthony Adebayo. Scott left to go eat. I'm about to eat in a second too because I'm hungry as well. I'm hungry too. But yeah, man, fellas, I appreciate you. See y'all in a minute.
All right. Last.
Anthony Adebayo.
With you there, but if you're a coach, do you take that chance?
Yes. You can reach us at the Off the Record Show at gmail.com. Anthony Adebayo and the most accurate sports coverage. Scotty B's Fantasy 5.